Hey, hi everyone. Welcome to HNM Technologies online training. So far in a module 4, we have been writing all our code in a one file. Functions, logic, everything in a one big file. But imagine I'm building a big Tollywood movie. The director doesn't do everything alone. There is a separate team for music, another for stunts, another for VFX, another for costumes. Each team works independently, then everything comes together for the final film. That's exactly what module do in a Python. Instead of a one giant file, a split code into separate files. Each file handles one responsibility. Then you import what you need. And the good news, Python already comes with hundreds of pre-built modules: math, random, OS, sys, datetime, all are ready to use. You don't have to write everything from scratch. In this video, we're going to cover what is a module, then import different ways to use it, built-in modules, math, random, OS, sys, creating your own modules and packages, folder for modules. Let's see what is a module. A module is just a Python file .py that contains functions, variables, or classes you want to reuse. Why we need to use these modules? Without a module, everything in a one file, like a 500 lines of a student functions, 300 lines of movie functions, or 400 lines of calculator functions, and 200 lines of a main program or a 500 lines of a main programming. Totally some X number of 1500 or 1000 lines of files. It's impossible to manage this all alone. With the modules, we can clean and organize like a student data.py in a one file, and a movie.py in a one file, and calculator.py in a one file, main programming.py in one file. So real Python projects have hundreds of modules. Each file small, focused, and easy to manage. Okay, like this we store this modules in every project. Like my project and my project, I have three modules: main.py, calculator.py, movies.py. In main.py, I have main programming and a module in the calculator.py. It is a module. It has math functions, and movies.py has movie functions. Since as we discussed, Python has so many inbuilt modules. Let's see how to import them. So predefinedly, they're not in your system. Okay, you have to import them with the help of import keyword. For importing, we have three ways. In one way, we can import the whole modules, like import math. I just imported a math from the whole math module I imported. Then I use math.py. Then I can print math dot square root 25. Okay, like this we can import the whole modules. And in another way, we can import the specific things from a module. Like I'm specifying from math import pi and square root. Like this, I can import the specific ones whenever I need only one math function, like a pi or a square root. Like this, we can import. In another way, we can import a module with a nickname, which is a alias, like import math as m, print m.py. So this works the same way. Math as m, alias name, nickname, I give nickname. This is a m for math. Okay, we have three ways to import modules. One is importing whole module, and one is importing specific modules, and another way is importing with a nickname. Like you may have a doubt, we have three ways to import. Then when we use these three ways, which one we have to use? I'll tell you. First, import a math, the whole module. When you need many things to do with math, like printing math.py, printing math.square root. When you have to do so many math functions, like pi, square root, factorial, floor, seal, like so many math functions, use import math. It's better to import a whole module, right, in this case, or import only one or two math functions when you use. In this case, you don't need to specify print math dot square root 24. So when you import only one or two functions from a math, so you don't need to specify that math order in everywhere. Okay, here I didn't use any math prefix here. Before that I have math dot math import as with alias with a nickname when it is a model name is too long, so you don't want to type every time. So in this case, use alias. Okay. Here you can see square root. Name it as a s, and not just this. Any function you can alias. Import random as r. Only one simple rule. If you are using many things from a model, use the import model. If you only need one or two things, use a from model. And if you don't want a whole name, then use a alias. Sometimes importing a whole module can make your variables rewritten. So that's why import only when you need a specific modules. Import that modules only. In a math module, we have so many functions. Constants like pi. You can see output the value pi value here, and else number, and the trigonometric functions here. You can see sine 45, cos, tan. The values you'll get, and exponential and logarithmic functions we have, and power and root functions, and the rounding functions like a floor and seal values, factorial and permutation functions, and combination functions. Like this so many functions we have in this math module. And importing a random with the alias number, I imported this file r random as a r, and print a radiant, and the random number we can choose any number between the given numbers, and the random dot choice we have how many values to choose, and the sample uniform. Like this so many functions we have. Just open your VS Code and import functions, go through all of them and use them. You'll get a clarity about all the modules, and in each module we have a n number of functions. Why those functions? Knowing them all the functions and the modules, programming is very easy. Just whenever we need anything, we'll just import that module. There is another module here. So module is OS. I import OS, and this import OS lets Python talk to your operating system, files, folders, and paths. I just give here a print os dot get cwd, right? So it tells you where we right now, the current folder. So users dj python from scratch module 4, we are here, right? And if I try to print list of all files and folders from here, yeah. So in this file we have a scope and closures dot py, 24 type of arguments dot py, 27 recursion dot py, 28 modules and packages dot py, 25 lambda filters, 23 defining and calling functions. So these are the list of files we have in this module 4. Okay, and you can also create a file with help of this operating system OS function. We can create a files without going to the local system. We can find whether it is exist or not. Okay, like this so many things we can do with this Python. Just open and explore these modules first. Okay, we can organize our files with the help of this Python also. Okay, just talks with your operating system and organize everything in our local system. Okay, and one more most important module is sys. I just gave to try to print a sys.path. Okay, I tell you where does Python look for a module, like a list of folder paths Python searches. Okay, if I try to print version, which Python version are we running, it just tells you, and the output is you can see 3.126. This is the current version of Python we are using. And see a funny thing, if I print sys dot exit, if I try to run this, it automatically exit from the coding, this VS Code. Okay, so that's why I'm not going to use this. Okay, use in your systems. Exactly, tap this print sys.exit. Here we're done with most of the models we use mainly. Built-in models gives you superpowers for free. You can use them whenever you want. And your own models keep your code clean and reusable. This is all about the modules. And next video we're going to cover how to install third-party packages, manage dependencies, and set up a professional Python project environments. Okay. Thank you for choosing HNM Technologies. Thank you. Happy coding. Bye bye.